It's important for the club. I mean, we've been building this and growing, and certainly these nights, these opportunities to pack the house and have an MLS team here, introduce the game to more people, and the fans played a big part tonight because we were tiring in the second half. The game got stretched and wide open, and we probably need to get a hold of the ball a little bit more. And I think the fans pulled us through, every play in our defensive box late in the game. Jamali's coming up with a lot of stuff off cross corners. We're winning the head balls. Wasn't pretty at the end, but there was energy in the building, and our guys had something to hold on to. So that's exciting. And, I think as much as Tuffy's put in to this club now, and as hard as the people in the office are working, our attendance has gone up significantly this year. And to kind of see that tonight and have even some new fans introduced. I think soccer in Pittsburgh has always kind of been a fringe sport, and I think it's deserving to be more than that. It's global, and it's so important in the consciousness of the world. But even in the U.S., the amount of soccer communities, the support for the game, and the exposure now. Obviously there's some huge sports teams in this town, so it's hard to work your way into the market. And I think nights like tonight show, the growth of soccer here, and what we're trying to do to give this community the vision for the kids, to aspire to play at a pro level. To feel connected to the soccer nation as a whole. And, that's why I'm excited about it, because, you don't get that many opportunities, and it's important when you have this type of crowd and this type of moment that you put out a good performance. And I don't think we had a great performance, but I think we had an important win for the club. And, for that, I'm grateful.
Bob, you guys play in preseason. There's a lot of history between you guys. Obviously, a few months into the season, it's different between both sides. So just what went into your game plan for this one?
It's hard, you don't know who they're playing. I mean, they certainly had a lineup with a few guys that have played and come off the bench or started games, but their heavy hitters weren't in the lineup, and their heaviest hitters weren't available off the bench. But they certainly have quality, and when you look at the MLS rosters and the spending there, that it's always going to be difficult. But I also think they're very well coached, and we reminded our guys, even if they don't have all their first liners, they're going to have the ball at times. You're going to have to work hard defensively. They're going to have good strength and speed in their roster, good size. You got to compete. You're going to have to be able to defend set pieces, which we did a good job with. You're going to have to look to play positive. And we got the first goal at halftime. We talked about we may need a second. Let's go play. And unfortunately, we just didn't connect enough passes. I mean, you're trying to do it with one ball again, and I think you got to find a guy and then bring midfielders in. I just think the one ball over the top never seems to work for us, and we continually try to hit that ball. But it's good to see guys, they're trying to score a goal. They're trying even at the end to go forward. For me, that was causing the game to get stretched. I think we needed to be able to find outlets, keep it, make them have to come back and defend, and slow the game down. But it's tough. The crowd's loud. It's tough to, the momentum of the game is going on, and it's tough to kind of reel your guys in. I mean, they were playing with a lot of emotion and battling, and I think they recognize we got to try to get a second goal. I'm just proud of them because it was never going to be easy, and none of these games will be easy against an MLS team. It's hard to beat them at home, on the road, doesn't matter. It's always going to be an upset to some extent. You know, we acknowledge that you know, they have their issues and schedules and other things, and we have to play lower division sometimes, and we'll play, you know, not all of our first teamers as well. And it's always tricky, you know, but on the night, it's round of 16, and it was an important game. And I know when we play any of our rounds, you're always trying to put a team, whether you're playing up in class or maybe when we play Maryland Bobcats, I'm still trying to put a team out to win the game and that I believe can win the game. So I think we can only play what's there on the field. There's a certain amount of hope with 6,000 people in the stands. You know, you don't want to let them down. There's a bit of weight that you carry for that. It's just nice. We get the goal. You know, I thought had a pretty good first half. We gave them very little, and I was pretty happy with the first half. I think the second half, they came after us a bit, and there were a few moments where I thought we may get the second, but at the end it was similar to the first win. And I'm not going to complain about a shutout because we played 3 Open Cup games and we have 3 shutouts. In the league, we've played 11 games and only have 2. So anytime I see a shutout, I'm happy. And so I think that's good for the defenders' confidence. And, you know, we were able to use a lot of people on the weekend, and in this game, hopefully we'll have enough juice for Sunday. We play Loudon. You know, you got to play another game. So there's not a lot of time to sit and think about this one. Yes.